In this video, I'm going to be playing the career of the #1 recruit in the nation, Bryce Underwood. Enjoy! So Bryce Underwood starts off at an 82 overall, which means he's going to be the starting QB. The guys were hired for week 1 and it was against New Mexico, and the game started up pretty great for Bryce Underwood. But just 2 downs after that completion, Bryce Underwood would get injured on this QB draw play, which would end his game. Fortunately, we still managed to win the game, and in week 2 we would face Oklahoma, and early in the first quarter we were behind 9-0. But on this play right here we managed to connect to Marshall and score a touchdown to cut the lead down to 2. This play right here the momentum kind of stopped. I pressed the wrong button and threw an interception, and on the next play I managed to fumble whilst running with Bryce Underwood, so that was kind of stupid. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to get back into the game and lost the game 46-10. Going into week 3 the team was determined to make an impact. Already on the first drive, on this 3rd down, Bryce Underwood showed great poise and he rolled out to the side to extend this play. And later on in the drive he connected again with Marshall to score another passing touchdown. And the second drive was also amazing. On this drive, Bryce Underwood showed off his amazing speed with this scramble, and he also, once again, connected with Marshall for another passing touchdown. And once again on the 3rd drive, Bryce Underwood showed off his amazing speed again with this amazing run. And on the next play, he threw this amazing pass for another passing touchdown, so he has quite an amazing game so far. So on the next drive, Bryce Underwood decided to say F it and threw this amazing deep ball, which pretty much ended the game. And ultimately we would win the game 51-7, so quite convincingly. So an amazing bounce back game, and this also resulted in him winning the play of the week. And on the first drive against Nebraska, he once again connected with Marshall, who got us down to the 1-yard line. And about 2 plays later, Marshall once again punched the ball into the end zone. And in the second quarter we had a 2-minute drill where Bryce Underwood would show off his great speed with this juke move right here. But after that I would throw a quite stupid interception to end the half. And in the 3rd quarter it would be all Bryce Underwood on the ground. First off with this amazing scramble right here where he got a lot of yards. And after that he would scramble for about 17 yards for this rushing touchdown. And this score would ultimately ice the game, which would give us our 3rd win of the season. First drive of the game against Wisconsin didn't go as planned because I threw this interception right here because, well, I just stared down the receiver. But on the next drive, Marshall got us down to the 1-yard line with this run, which allowed Bryce Underwood to sneak the ball in. Right before halftime, Bryce Underwood threw this great pass down to the 4-yard line, which allowed us to get a 7-point lead right before halftime. About 2 minutes left of the game, Marshall iced the game right here with this rushing TD, which gave us the win 24-17. In our top 20 matchup against USC, Marshall would extend our lead with this rushing touchdown right here, and after that on this drive, Bryce Underwood completed pass after pass, which ultimately resulted in this passing touchdown right here, which was, if I have to say it myself, was a great pass. In the 3rd quarter, this scramble right here pretty much put the game out of reach because it allowed us to pass for this passing touchdown right here. And I also managed to step pad a little with this passing touchdown, which resulted in us winning 38-17. In our top 25 game against Washington, he once again scored a rushing touchdown, and he also did it once again on this rushing touchdown right here to give us the lead. But he didn't only run in this game, he also threw 2 passing touchdowns, the first one here to extend the lead, and the other one was just step padding, which gave us another win against a ranked opponent. And our next game was against our rivals Michigan State, and the game started off great. We got an interception early which allowed us to score this rushing touchdown. After Michigan State scored a field goal, I threw this unlucky interception, which resulted in them scoring a touchdown, but after that Bryce Underwood scrambled in for another touchdown to us. After a couple more Michigan State scores, we finally managed to cut the lead to 3 right before halftime. And in the start of the 3rd quarter, Marshall broke about like 5 tackles on this play to take the lead, which was pretty amazing and also pretty weird to be honest. And Marshall would extend the lead even further, which ultimately resulted in us winning the rivalry game against Michigan State, which extended our record to 7-1, which is an amazing start. In our game against Purdue, we started off the game with this passing touchdown, which was a great pass. And on the next few plays, Bryce Underwood would show his amazing speed on the ground with first this rushing touchdown right here, and after that this amazing rush for about 36 yards or so, which is an amazing run to say the least. And after that he would also rush this one really close to the end zone, about to the 2-yard line, and after that he would throw this great passing touchdown. To start off the 3rd quarter, he would throw this great pass right here, which got us down to the 7-yard line. And after that he would throw this passing touchdown right here, which got us a 21-point lead. And after that he would throw this pass right here, which got us to the 1-yard line, which ultimately allowed us to do a QB sneak, which ultimately won us the game. And our next game would also be a rivalry game against Northwestern, which started off with this completion right here, but Northwestern challenged the pass, which was ultimately ruled incomplete. But that didn't matter, we got the first down right here, and after that we made this pass which got us down to the 1 yard line. And Bryce Underwood capitalized on this opportunity and rushed it into the end zone to take the lead. After that we would score 2 quick touchdowns inside the 5 yard line, first with this passing touchdown and after that with this rushing touchdown. And after that he would throw this great dime right here, which put the game almost out of sight, and this touchdown right here would be the nail in the coffin. This gave us another victory in a rivalry game, so it's a great start to the season to say the least. And our next game would be against Maryland, and the game was really no contest. We never got really close in the game, and we would start off the game with this passing touchdown. And after that we would get a pass interference call in the red zone, which got us down to the 1 yard line, which also gave us the opportunity to pass for another passing touchdown. Late in the second quarter we would go in a 2-minute drill. First we got this completion which really got us into field goal range. And after that this completion right here got us almost down to the 1 yard line, which ultimately allowed us to do a QB sneak, which took the lead with 2 possessions. And after that we passed with this passing touchdown, and that ultimately iced the game 34-20. Our next game is probably the biggest game of the season against Ohio State. We would take the early lead with this passing touchdown, and after that Bryce Underwood would get a couple of completions which were actually great throws. First the throw right there, and also the throw right here, which is a great catch to say the least. And after that he would also get this completion, and the next play was this passing touchdown right here, which is again a great pass. Our next drive is in the fourth quarter, and this pass here got us down to the 5 yard line, which allowed Bryce Underwood to show off his great speed again with another rushing touchdown this season. But the next drive would once again be in the fourth quarter, but this time we're down by 11, which meant we really needed to score a touchdown, and Bryce Underwood would complete pass after pass, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. Although we did get this completion which got us down to the 1 yard line, which allowed us to pass for another passing touchdown, but we didn't convert the 2-point conversion, which meant that we lost the game unfortunately to Ohio State, since our defense couldn't stop them. Fortunately we still got into the playoff, which meant we're going to face Indiana in the first round, and also Bryce Underwood won the Sean Alexander Award, which is of course really fantastic. Against Indiana we would take the lead early with this long field goal, and after that this touchdown is so great. Look at this hurdle right here, it's so fantastic to say the least. After that we would score another field goal, and this completion right here pretty much sealed the game. It allowed us to keep the drive moving, and this pass here got us down to the 2 yard line, and that allowed us to pass for this touchdown, which did ice the game. And we won the game 20-10, which meant we were progressing in the playoff. The victory meant that we were going to face Oregon in the Rose Bowl, and we started off the game with this passing touchdown which got us the lead. And after that we would extend the lead with this field goal. But later on in the second quarter I made a dumb decision and I called a fake punt. But this pass right here got us a touchdown, which is an explosive touchdown, and he dodged pretty much all the players, which is a great touchdown for us. And we would score another touchdown on this time right here. And I seemingly didn't learn from my mistakes since I went for it again on the 4th down, but this time it was the correct decision since we managed to score on a QB sneak. And our next drive was a 2-minute drill. We could settle for a field goal and tie the game and probably send it into overtime, but we could also win the game with a touchdown, which we did on this touchdown right here, which was so great for us, which meant that we won the Rose Bowl game, which is amazing. And our next game would be a rematch against Ohio State in the Peach Bowl, which is an amazing opportunity for us to get revenge, and we would start off with a field goal in the first quarter, but we were already behind. But this pass right here got us down to the 5 yard line, which ultimately got us this passing touchdown. But unfortunately it wasn't enough. Late in the 4th quarter we didn't convert this 4th down, and this was the nail in the coffin. We didn't manage to convert this 4th down, which meant another defeat to Ohio State. That marked the end of his freshman season. He finished with 3,500 yards, 36 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. And on the ground he had 400 yards and 11 rushing touchdowns. Luckily for Michigan fans, Ohio State lost the championship game against Penn State. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and bye!